Happy game day, everybody. Thank you
Let's
so much for joining
go.
us here for our, I guess it's the first one of the year, pregame stream that ends up falling in line with the game itself on Thursday. Vikings, as you see in the title, big bounce back opportunity. Thursday night football in Los Angeles. A lot of storylines to talk about in this game. A lot of matchups we want to get into. It just, I mean, as we found out a couple hours ago, it just got a lot tougher. That Rams offense is going to be a lot more high powered than we initially thought. But at the end of the day, we still think this is a really good football team. We can get after this offense. I like the matchups we have all over the field, other than the receivers, which we'll talk about later. But I don't know, man. I'm wavering on, like, I'm nervous, but yet I feel really, really confident the Vikings get back on the right track tonight.
Yeah, dude. Before moving forward, though, I need to do some shout outs here. Game day, Nick Riley in here at 446, my guy. Jefferson should be able to go over 100 today. That Rams defense gives up a lot of chunk plays. Also, the defense better be straps today. 100%. We're going to need those straps. We're going to, obviously, like Casey said, we're going to go into it a little bit more in a bit here, but Bob Sweet in the building. Let's go. My dude, Skol Mafia, Purple Gang. I got my hat. Let's go. Thanks, guys. Let's go. Skol Mafia. Yes, dude. Sweet hats. I love these hats. Casey says that this is the only hat he's ever wearing for the rest of his life. So
it might be.
Kinetic, what's going on, dude? I saw this one too. Jamie got the package with multiple cards. Yes, let's go. I also sent you another card recently too, so you should have something else coming on the way. Roger, Skol bro. Same with you, Justin. Let's go. Ethan in the building. My dude, I thought that first clip was a game graphics are getting super good for the football cams. I thought that first clip was a game graphics are getting super good for the football cams. Do you understand what he means by that?
I think he means like the games, like Madden and stuff.
Oh, I thought the first clip. Oh, got you. Yeah. I got you.
Bandito,
what up, Bandito? Skol in prime time. Oh, dude. I know. The first prime time of the season. And we have back-to-back.
Back, baby. Let's go.
Maddie, what up, my dude? Hey, everyone. Skol. Yeah, just jumping into this right away, and let's serve them yams. Facts. Just like Casey was saying, obviously going into this game, I was hoping, and Casey's brought this up to me, like, hey, this, it's just another test for us that we get to prove, like, hey, we want teams at their best. But after having a really strong start to the season against really good teams, I was ready to be like, hey, let's have like a chill week. Like, I'm cool with going against a mediocre team and then just like whooping their ass. Like, I wanted this little stretch, you're not too worried going in. Obviously, if you lose, it's embarrassing and that sucks more than anything. But I felt like after that Lions game, I wasn't sure Kupp was going to be playing. I definitely did not think at all Puka would be playing.
Yeah, me neither.
And we were also hoping that TJ Hawkinson would be playing, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a bit here. But so all those things, I was like, oh, we're easily going to win this game. So there's no worries. And now, I mean, not saying I don't think we're going to win, but obviously no TJ Hawkinson, no Dalton Reisner. They get Kupp and Puka back this week. Tonight on a short week, which is insane. And I think it does make things a lot more difficult. Puka and Kupp do things, and we'll talk about them more in deep, so I'm not going too far into it, but they definitely bring this offense to another level, not just from a receiving standpoint, but even opening things up for Kyren Williams, who prior to them playing was kind of the main focus. Like, we just need to stop Kyren. And now it's kind of like, well, now we need to stop Puka and Kupp and Kyren. So that part's kind of tough. Hey, Adam in the building, my dude, and George Butt in the building. So Vikings like to have both Rams receiver. Yeah. So we're not in the clear of easy games just yet, but I'm open to get some of those,
Yeah. But also I do think, like, I do think you kind of got to look at it in the way of it's a good opportunity for the Brian Flores defense to bounce back against a good offense, right? Like, if down to do what they did the first 4.5 weeks of the season and then into that Jets game, you're going to come out of this game feeling a whole lot better going into your kind of mini bye 10-day break before another Sunday night game. So it's going to be tough, man. It's always tough. Matthew Stafford's a really good quarterback. NFL is always tough. But again, if you want to be the best, you got to beat their best you got to beat the good teams at their best. And we are getting a Rams team pretty close to being at their best right now. Again, Nakua, it's a pretty fresh injury. So coming up, he just started practicing yesterday. So who knows? He might only play 5 snaps. He might be only.
And I don't think he's like 100. I haven't looked recently, but I don't think he's 100% He's active, but I don't know if he's actually going to play.
Yeah. No. Which again, who knows how much they're actually going to put him out there. But yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. But before moving forward, because this dude's going to go off today. I feel that though. And that's Jordan Addison. Get the hashtag Skols in the comments. Like the video. We'll give this away at the end of the show. Subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff, but get those hashtag Skols in the comments. We're not going to go for the full hour today. I know obviously the game starts, so we want to kind of get off at a decent time to get to that game. Plus I know our boy Vocal Vike is doing a live stream. So after this show, y'all should go definitely over there and check his stuff up. But yes, I know I just saw that stat today that we have the most pre-snap penalties, which was obviously killer. That's what ultimately that second quarter, you could blame a lot of the 3 and outs and stuff just based on us having to start 15, 20 yards back every time.
For sure. But anyway, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this.
Yes.
Honestly, it's not a must win, but it is a pretty big game, especially after the way that last week ended.
So I'm trying to think. Should we
all want to get back into those winning ways going into? I guess.
Should we start with matchups, or should we use Skol Gauntlet first? What do you think?
What are
you feeling?
What I thought you said you already made a decision on this.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like changing my mind a little bit, but I don't know.
What was your initial decision?
Gauntlet first.
Let's do Gauntlet first. I like it.
Okay, we're gonna go Gauntlet first. There's some other things. The only thing with the Gauntlet, there's a couple things that.
Sorry, got to interrupt you. Thank you so much, George Blunt, for the $5. Let's go Vikings. Skol. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And Maddie.
FT Maddie back to backs. Let's go.
$5 dono. Tonight we start a new winning streak. Actually, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm feeling it.
We're gonna get into that in a second. I need to find what I'm trying to do here. There we go.
Man. Forecast for SoFi night. Sunny in the 80s. Perfect weather for Will to field. Hey, no. He's gonna help us, but he's not gonna need a kick to get us to victory.
Oh, Casey's feeling it.
We're gonna be just fine. But
this is probably the first week I feel like Casey's a little bit more confident than I am. Even though I'm like, I think it's just having a loss. It's easy for me to be confident after a 5-0 start.
Yeah, absolutely. And part of my confidence was a lot of my confidence came before Puka was announced to be playing tonight, but I got to roll with it. Roll with the positive vibes, so we're going to do that. So anyway, into the Skol Gauntlet.
We're going to start with a few things that were topics of this week. I think it definitely makes sense with us playing tonight, and then we'll end it with some game stuff and go right into some matchups here. But hey, let's get this thing rolling. Let me know when you're ready.
All right. Whenever you're ready, roll the clock.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Hawk and Reisner. Yep. Obviously, both are out tonight. Hawkinson, I'm not surprised. Like, I get it. You have another 10-day break coming up after this week. So you might, and they did play the practice window perfectly to where they can activate him tomorrow after this game to where he does get the extra game plus a little bit more time, which is nice. But at the end of the day, I would have liked to have seen him played. Maybe test the waters this week, and then you have 10 weeks to see how the knee does. It is what it is. And Reisner not playing, it's a little weird.
For me, I'll go a little bit more on Reisner. Hawk. I mean, I agree. I was hoping it really felt like he was going to play Thursday, so I thought he was going to be, but obviously in his situation, don't rush it if you don't have to, I guess, and we're 5-1 at the end of the day here. Reisner, that was a real surprise. He's been practicing in full since last week, I believe, and I don't know if they just don't want to activate him yet, but I really do feel confident that we're getting to a point where if Ed Ingram doesn't show up tonight, I'm thinking you see Reisner coming in next week.
For sure. Stafford trade. As soon as I saw it, I knew it was complete and utter BS. Like, I get it. It does make sense for us, right? To where Stafford comes here. He knows Kevin O'Connell. The offenses are similar. So he would be able to step in and play. Wouldn't know his receiver. So I always thought that was kind of strange. And then sending Darnold back to them, to me, does make a little bit of sense as well. Because I do think Sam Darnold ends up there next year. But when I first saw it, I knew it was kind of complete BS. Doesn't make any sense. Trade quarterbacks midseason. Ride with Sam Darnold. He's been good so far.
When I saw it, I obviously also know it was BS, but I was a little on the other side. I do think Stafford, other than the money, like if you took the money and whatever else we have to give for Stafford off the table, I would say Stafford is an upgrade in my opinion. I think if you put him on a team, which Darnold is a 1-year rental type of player anyways, if you put him on our team, I do think he'd give you a better chance at a Super Bowl. But if you have to give up multiple picks, and if you had to pay him more money in the future, then I wouldn't think it's worth it. Keep going. Keep it going.
Cup trade. Now, I mean, was there rumors that we would trade for Cooper Kupp? Because those
people were just saying that at the same time.
But a cup trade in general does make sense. But to me, it all comes down to how tonight goes. If they win tonight, then I think that they're going to hold on to him at least till the trade deadline, see how they do next week, see how the rest of their division goes. If they lose tonight, I think those talks speed up dramatically, and I think he's gone before next week.
Yeah. As far as us goes with even getting any other wide receiver, I feel pretty confident in what we have right now. I do want to see more from my guy Addison, who we are giving away his rookie card today. So get the hashtag Skols in the comments. We haven't seen a lot from him ever since he scored those couple touchdowns or whatever when he came back from injury. But I know the Lions' whole thing last week was stopping Justin Jefferson and Addison. But I do think Kupp would kind of cramp everything we have going here and getting any other third wide receiver at this point.
Biggest concern going into tonight for me is just gonna be the vibe of the team, right? I mean, it was a tough game that you lost to a division rival at home. Like, it's okay, right? That's not a bad loss. But there was a lot of questions about how the team was managed last week. A lot of questions about the offense. Defensively, we didn't look great. People questioning Kevin O'Connell's play calling. So to me, it's all about just the bounce back. A short week, especially on the road in LA against a team that knows Kevin O'Connell well because of Sean McVay. So to me, it's just all bouncing back from last week, and I think they'll be able to do it.
Yeah, dude. And I think that was actually a really good point. I am probably most concerned about that is just making sure we bounce back. And I guess I'm definitely more concerned than I was with the Puka news that he might actually play. And I don't know how much he'll play, but Kupp and Puka back, that makes this offense lethal. And I do, again, I think Kyron's really good. And now we have to worry about him a lot more than we had to prior to Puka playing. So I would say that's my biggest concern.
Right. And then that kind of goes into my X factor. And I did want to go with Aaron Jones because I know the Rams aren't that good against the run, but my X factor is the front seven in this game. And because here's the thing, Kyron Williams is what's going to make this offense go, right? I mean, he has 8 touchdowns this year. I mean, sure, I don't think as a full-on runner in yards per game, I don't think he's necessarily up near the top. But to me, it's going to be that front seven stopping the run. And then when you do stop the run, their offensive line isn't that good. So you have to get to Matt Stafford. You have to rattle him because Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp can catch the ball from anywhere, right? So that's my biggest X factor is that front seven needs to be on point tonight.
Yeah, and I would have to agree with you. I do think everything's about getting to Stafford and creating pressure on him. I think that's our best way to stop Kyron, Puka, and Kupp. And so I need to do that. And my concern is Murphy. Yeah, Murphy is a concern as far as stopping the pass. But that's what, as long as if we can get pressure on Matt Stafford and not give him time to open up that offense and let Cooper Kupp and Puka get open, I do think that is our biggest weapon to winning this game.
For sure.
Our biggest way.
Bold prediction. As I think I've predicted this kind of before, the run defense isn't very good. Aaron Jones pops off, goes for over 100, gets 2 scores tonight. I think again, I will get into it later on, but I believe they are 30th in rush defense, allowing 151 yards per game. So Aaron Jones has a chance to feast, and then it goes to the passing game. Open it up with some play action. Kevin O'Connell, be aggressive, man. That's my biggest thing. I want to see him be aggressive all game long this time. No mid game walls. Bold prediction. Fact. Offense goes good off Aaron Jones running.
I'm going to go with, I know Justin Jefferson's been talking about it all week about like he needs to break over 100 and he's going to have a monster game soon. I do think it's going to be this one. And I do think he's going to go for over 150 and I'll say either 152 touchdowns or 201 touchdown. That's how I'm feeling about Justin Jefferson. I think he's going to have his best game of the year tonight. To ultimately get the victory here. So
and that was a Skol Gauntlet presented by nobody at all because we don't have any sponsors.
But somebody has
any ideas who could sponsor the Skol Gauntlet.
Oh, nice. We got 69 comments I haven't read yet. Perfect.
Nice.
Hey, I see everybody in here though. Thanks you all for popping in. Obviously, we're just running through that real quick. Gary, my dude's in the building. Let's go. Sarah, I see you. Who else we got in here? AJ, let's go, my guy. What else? Who am I missing here? Who am I missing? Dan. I see you, Dan. Let's go. Mark, where's Mark at? There he is. Mark. Always popping in here. I like it. I'm here. It's almost game time, dude. It's always weird to have a show like right before. We're not used to doing a show like right before a game, and it is kind of like the more you start talking about it, the more it's like, oh wow, like we're about to. This is about to happen.
We're about to find out if everything we're saying is true.
I know, and hopefully it is, and I think it's gonna be. So it's gonna be all good here. No, we're thinking. Anyways, let's go into our top 3 matchups, and that will be. Switch this bad boy over here. At number 3, we've got. We talked about it. I talked about hoping Addison has a big game, and Justin Jefferson having himself 150 to 200 yards. And I think again, the very first comment, we have Riley in here saying that their coverage has not been right here. Jefferson should be able to go over 100 today. That Rams defense gave up a lot of chunk plays. Also, the defense better be on straps today. I do think they do not have a really good coverage game this year. They've been allowing a lot of yards to wide receivers, as well as having this, what is it? One of the worst coverage games, according to PFF, with a grade of 56.8. Right?
Yeah.
Yep. So I do think on offense, it's going to be all about wide receivers. Obviously, a lot of this comes to Sam Darnold, Aaron Jones opening things up, but I really do think we need to see our wide receivers really step up in this game. Justin Jefferson has. I do want to see more from Jordan Addison this game, but I know coming into this game, if I'm the Rams, that's my main concern, and I think that's what we're going to see. Hey, JJ, two TDs and 175. Skol Mafia, my dude. Let's go. Appreciate it.
Like it. Thank you so much for the $9.99. We appreciate that.
Big time.
But yeah. I again, so my biggest thing here is, and a lot of people have called out the Kevin O'Connell aggressiveness early on in games. I mean, I think, and I do think, especially last game, we did see more of those mid-game lulls that we're kind of used to seeing sometimes with this offense pop up. But this, you can get after this defense. I mean, yes, they have. I know that they do have Kobe Turner up the middle, defensive tackle, who does have 3 sacks from that spot. But they're still 30th in the league, allowing 151 rush yards. So I think the first order of business is, I understand you do got to establish the run. But I hope that when we do establish the run, you work some play action off of that, right? Because we don't do that enough. Right. And when you're talking about just the receivers against the defense, get Justin Jefferson involved early. Of your 15 scripted plays, I think at least 9 or 10 of them have to be designed specifically for Justin Jefferson.
Right.
We saw what happened the second half of the Lions
gaming.
You get Jefferson involved early, and that opened up the entire offense. So yes, you can run, and you should run against this team to open up everything else. But just get Justin Jefferson involved early, please. Because even in passing defense, they're 18th in the league, allowing 212 yards per game. So
yeah. Know what I want to see?
Keep Sam Darnold upright. Let him sling it around. Get Justin Jefferson involved early. And yes, Jordan Addison, to me, I think has been one of the bigger disappointments this year. I know he's been hurt, but he just hasn't shown that growth from year 1 to year 2 that you hope to see. So get these guys involved early. Open up that passing game. Be aggressive. I think and you can do it against this defense as long as you keep Sam Darnold clean. And they do have I have his name written down here somewhere. Kobe Durant, which is the guy we have. Is this the guy we have on here? Defensive player of the week for the NFC last week. And they also have Quentin Lake back there, their safety and nickel corner, who has had a 90 PFF grade.
Speaking of that, we did
have some talent, but you can get after him still.
We did totally skip injuries. So obviously anybody in here, just mention it real quick, because the only ones that matter is that Puka, it sounds like he's activated. I don't know if he's going to play 100%. Cup is playing. TJ Hawkinson's not. Reisner's not. But they don't have Feeney playing. That's who it is, right? Feeney or Reader. They don't have Reader playing, and a couple other defensive players. So that's something to keep an eye out on. Especially,
is Braden Fisk playing? Yeah, he's ready to go. Okay, Braden Fisk will play. He was on their injury report as well. Guy we liked coming out of Florida State.
Yeah. So, but no, back to this. I mean, a lot of this is just talking about offense in general. And like you said, and this is something that you were talking about a lot in our last show, was just not that we're running on first down every single time. You can't run on first down every single time. That's going to, then it's just going to be obvious. Like, you're always, so far this season, I'm always waiting for, like, all right, this is a perfect time for a play action, and then it doesn't happen. I think this is the week that it needs to. I think the very first play of the game needs to be a play action. You need to make a statement immediately here, and it does not, like, just do it. Don't make it. Even though last week I don't think it was play action, but we did. I think we started with a attempt screen to Justin Jefferson. Just let's at least go through the middle. I want to see some plays in the middle of their defense, something that we do not see. We haven't really seen that from Kevin O'Connell a lot. I was really hoping to have TJ Hawkinson back, because I think he'd probably work best with that type of role. But that's not the case. And if we want to see our offense be more consistent and play consistent, obviously we talked about penalties as well. But I do think it comes down to how these wide receivers play, keeping Sam Darnold up. I don't think we're going to have too much of an issue doing that for him. Obviously, we're against Ed Ingram, or having Ed Ingram is kind of just still that Achilles heel on this offensive line, and not having Reisner, which is kind of shitty because I was really hoping we'd have that. Yeah. And keeping him upright, and then Sam Darnold not passing up open wide receivers. I know I've seen people are circulating one of the plays where he ran for a first down, which is nice to see because we didn't see that out of Kirk Cousins. And then I'm not sure if it's Jordan Addison or Jalen Naylor who was wide open there. Yeah. So it's like, just find those open guys and make chunk plays like that. So we just really need to open up the offense. I was coming into this game like it's going to be another one of those games where our defense is just going to win it no matter what, and our offense is going to put up points, but they might not have to put up as many points as we had to against the Lions team like we did last week. I think that has changed now with Puka and Kupp here, and I do think this is a game that we need our offense to be firing on all cylinders.
Absolutely. And yeah, so my biggest tip, I think get the ball to Justin Jefferson early. That's all you gotta do. Hey, Nick, by the way, we are totally not in on trading JJ McCarthy for Bryce Young. Two evils lying to you.
All in for what?
He said, two evils said we're all in for trading McCarthy for Bryce. No.
That's crazy. That's the craziest thing you ever said, Too evil. Going to our number 2, it's the opposite of this, and we've talked about it a lot, and that is handling our secondary versus Kupp and Puka. Obviously, they change everything for this offense when they're healthy. Like stretches of last year, their offense is one of the best ones. I mean, you got a guy like Matthew Stafford, who's one of the best pure passers in the entire NFL. And then you have Puka and Kupp here, who are two of the best wide receivers. Puka's, I mean, I don't think you could argue that he had the best wide receiver rookie season of all time, second best, because Justin Jefferson's obviously always going to be first there. But then not just that, I think the thing that really scares me, and I mentioned this earlier in the podcast, is just that now you got weapons that can open things up for Kyren Williams, which was not just a case just a couple of days ago. Yeah. And that's going to be the biggest concern. And the secondary, if they can hold, if they can hold these guys in checks and especially if you can hold Puka in check, hopefully that makes it easier for us to get after Kyren too.
Right. And then statistically, Stafford is, this year and throughout his career is one of the top play action quarterbacks in the league. So yeah, with these two guys, and just like I said, the way that they can hurt you from all over the field, deep, over the middle, on the outside, they can hurt you from anywhere. It does make it that much more important to limit these guys, stop the run game first off, and pin your ears back and get after Matt Stafford. Because again, this offensive line is dinged up, and it's one of the not so great offensive lines in the league. You can get after Stafford, pressure him, get some sacks on him, rattle him a little bit. We did it back when he played with the Lions. Get him off his game, get him off his spot. But you got the three people I'm going to be the most worried about are Kyren Williams, and then because if he starts having a decent game, then that opens up play action for two really good receivers, right? In Kupp and Nakua. How healthy are they going to be? We don't really know. But these guys can be really, really dangerous, as we've seen throughout the last couple of years.
Mark Phil, my dude, this game is giving I'll cut my buddy McVay some slack so he isn't in the hot seat vibes, right?
From O'Connell?
Dude. Nah. We gotta come in. This is going to be the first true test of the season. We've had tests throughout the season, but coming off of a loss is obviously so significant to see how a team is going to perform moving forward here. So that's why this is such a big game. And I thought it was going to be an easy one, but with these two guys back, made things a little bit more complicated, though I still think we are a far better team than the Rams. And obviously we'll give our score predictions and stuff pretty soon here. I got his man, Jamie, dying. Wait, what?
I just think that, offensively, depending on how healthy these receivers are, you could probably say it's a wash. But defensively, I think we have the edge.
Oh, the crackhead
by a pretty wide margin. So,
but yeah, it's just a reminder we did not say we JJ McCarthy for Bryce Young. I'm not trading Jordan Addison too. Jordan Addison, he's him. But we're gonna chill, bro. You're gonna see that. I think our wide receivers are gonna go crazy. I think our offense is gonna go crazy today. Honestly, our defense. I think it's a Brian Flores defense. Not really many people can crack it. Unfortunately, Ben Johnson was one that could figure it out a little bit, but I don't think they're going to, especially with our number 3 matchup. And the reason with them two back, I do think, again, you mentioned it as an X factor, is just our front seven and bringing pressure on against a Rams pass block that's second worst according to PFF in the NFL, with a grade of, what was it? A grade of, where is it? 40. Grade of 40.2 is their pass blocking offense. So according to PFF, second worst. I mean, it's been known that their offensive line has not been good all season. I think I even saw their right guard has like a 7 PFF grade in pass blocking or something stupid
and
like
that's
that.
Like we were still able to get, like, not consistently, but we were still able to get some pressure on on Jared Goff, and you're playing against one of the best offensive lines in football there. So you're kind of going from here to here, and I think these, again, that's why I think I feel like this is going to be a huge bounce back game for the Brian Flores defense. Again, yes, they do have probably one of the better running backs in football and two really, really good receivers that can do it all. But I think this is, I mean, if Flores is going to come into this game, he's going to have a plan in place. I think he's going to be aggressive, because that's what you kind of got to do against these guys. You can get after Stafford. I think I think he's taken 13 sacks this year. As you said, pass blocking grade isn't good. You can get after this offensive line. I mean, the guy you have pictured here in Jonathan Grenard has got top of the league in pressures. Like, I don't know, man. I think this defensive line is going to feast. I think we might see a 6 to 7 sack performance tonight, personally.
Yeah. And we need it.
Are they going to, is McVay going to try to get the ball out of Stafford's hands quick? Probably, especially with Kupp and Nakua back, as well as Tutu Atwell, and our boy Tyler Johnson. Sky Umaro, the Go Gophers, is going to be out there tonight as well, and he's been stepping up. But I don't know, man. I think we're going to have a great plan for this defense. I think we're getting to Stafford quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, and that's one thing people are talking about, getting Bo up and stuff. I wish we could see some of Levi Drake Rodriguez. Like, that's one thing I think we're just desperately needing, is some sort of pass rush in the middle of the defense. Obviously, he's a young player, 7th round pick, but still, I'd give him a shot. But like you said, I think if it comes down, like if we end up with like a 6 or 7 sack night, and we're putting the pressure on Matthew Stafford, I think that's the difference from us, like maybe edging out a victory to completely destroying this Rams team. And that's why we have to do it. And because I also am with Skol Mafia here, and for whatever reason, I don't really know why. Maybe it's just because of what happened last week, especially in that second quarter. But I can't find your comment. For some reason, I just feel confident that this is going to be one of the best offensive performances that we're going to see out of the Vikings this year. And I just think a lot of it has to do with coming. I mean, you can't go from that game and not come back. Skol Mafia, my boy is on the 53 now. Let's go. So we'll see some of him. What I was going to say, though, is I forgot where I was going with that. I don't even remember what I said.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you with money.
No, it's worth it. Skol Mafia. Oh, yeah, it's both Skol Mafia and the offense. Oh, the penalties. I think after a game like that, you got to go back into this week and you're just like, hey, like, we got to kill the penalties. And that killed us in that second quarter significantly. And we showed why in that second half, we kind of found the recipe to beat up that Lions defense a little bit. So I do think you kind of take that into this past week, even though it was only 4 or 5 days or whatever, and hopefully we come in and have just a turnaround from this offense. I want to see all 4 quarters, complete offense, and I think that's going to be the reason why, as long as Brian Flores' defense can stay tight, and if they can bring on the pressure, I think we destroy. If not, and you give Puka and Kupp time, I think this could be another not great game from our defense, but it's only happened.
And that's why I think the biggest thing that we didn't do, again, we did it a couple times, we didn't do consistently enough against the Lions, was to rattle the quarterback and get him off his spot. We did not do that enough with Goff. We sent pressure. We were able to get to him a couple times. I think he had to step up, and one throw was forced and went a little high. I think it's the one that led that receiver out of bounds. But you didn't get to him enough to where he had to get off his spot and make a throw off platform, which Stafford excels at, I know. But with his old age and everything, you got to make sure you at the very least get to him, rattle him, get him off his spot so he makes a couple errant throws. Like, that's what it's maybe force a turnover or 2 off of something like that. It's kind of,
he's not a guy who's going to be running. He's another dude, kind of like a Goff, I guess, where he's standing tall in the pocket. He's a big dude. But he's not a guy who's going to be scrambling around a lot or anything like that. So if you can just get to him, you can create some problems, and that's going to be the key to victory. Is ultimately like a good victory, ass whooping and that's what we want. Like we want to bounce back against them. I don't think it's going to be, obviously it's not going to be the same situation as I thought it was going to be before Puka and Cup. I'm
still confident.
But I'm feeling pretty confident we're going to win. But I thought it was like, like I said in the earlier show, like I was just ready to take I get it. We want to play good teams. We want to show who we are, but I'm like confident who we are already, where I'm like, all right, like give me like a little mental break and let's whoop on some shittier teams. But we're not there yet. And I would say the Rams with Puka and Cup, I think those two players are enough to make the Rams not a shitty team anymore, like they were prior to that happening. So.
For sure. Yeah, because the Rams last week they beat the Raiders, and I don't even know if they scored an offense, or I think Kyron may have had a touchdown.
Yeah, who did
their offense?
The Rams won their first game, right?
No, they played the Lions week 1. I thought they lost.
Oh, they barely lost.
Yeah, they were close.
Or something.
But yeah,
something like that. But it wasn't like after Puka and Cup's injury, it was pretty obvious that there was a huge drop off.
Yeah, for sure.
Sam needs to speed up his head on swivel technique.
Yeah,
his reads are kind of slow. He needs to just
I feel like a lot. I feel like a lot of times. I mean, everyone knows he holds on to the ball too long, but I do feel like a lot of times his thing is more like waiting for someone to get open and get to their spot instead of anticipating where they're going to be and making the throw beforehand so that the ball is there when they get to the spot, which I do think leads to some of the incompletions and some of the throwaways and some of the sacks even. So. And all of that does come up with just speeding up the process.
Right. Big Raylan, your hats are sent, my guy. Again, everybody, we got the Jordan Addison rookie card going. He's going off for 100. Justin Jefferson going for 150. Jalen Naylor's going for 50. We're gonna have over 400 yards in receiving just between them 3 players. So definitely get those hashtag Skols in the comments, like the video, and subscribe. Let's go through some score predictions here. Switch our little.
Let us know in the comments your score predictions. We think about ours here. Just go ahead and drop those in. Let us know.
And score predictions, any sort of predictions, which we already had some.
Absolutely. Drop those hashtag Skols. Be doing the giveaway soon.
Yep, giveaway. So we're not doing the full hour today.
First one, 31-10.
31-10
from Maddie. I like it. Mine's close. Mine's kind of close to that. Sarah, we got 37-17. Big Raylan's got 27-17.
21-17.
I like the positivity in here. Sarah, mine is really close to that. But yeah, I like that one a lot. I don't know. I feel like our offense is going to have a chance to make hay here, but it all comes down to Kevin O'Connell being aggressive and just going for it.
Yeah.
Bob Sweet, 33-6. I like that. George Blunt, 35-21. I like that as well.
28-17. That's close to what I was going with.
I like it.
That's what I was. I'm going to go with mine. And I'm going to go, no, I'm going to be weird. Got all my hats, Jamie. Let's go. I'm going to go 28-19 for whatever reason. Just weird number. 28-19. Still a good victory. I think we're going to win most of the time. Maybe there's even a garbage time tutty for the Rams at the end there. I do think we're going to see at least one. I think we'll see. I don't know. I feel like we're going to score some touchdowns today. That's what I'm kind of feeling. I'm feeling like a lot of touchdowns. So I'm going to say Will Reichard ends up only having to kick 1 field goal in this game.
But it's from 60.
And then the rest are extra points.
Reichard kicks 1 field goal, but it's from 60. I'm kidding. Two Evil, thank you for the $2, my man. Vikings will win.
Let's go. Trade for price.
30-17. I like that.
47-13. Two Evil coming with the biggest score differential.
Yeah. See, now go. Mine initially, when I was thinking about it this morning, was 31-17, win by 2 touchdowns. And then I got asked at work multiple times today, and I said 31-14. So I'm going to stick with the one that I told people about already. I'm sticking with 31-14. 17-point game, right?
This is Casey's biggest scoring differential I've seen so far for the Vikes. That's your biggest scoring.
It is. I'm always pretty hesitant to give him a big win here, but I think we're bouncing back big time. Kevin O'Connell's going to be aggressive. That defense is going to have a bounce back game. Yeah, we're going for it.
It does make me mad. I think I ain't gonna lie. I was a little buzz killed with Hawkinson not playing and Puka playing. That was like, was not expecting it at all.
Dylan, what's going on, man? Predicting a massive Aaron Jones. 175 with 2 touchdowns.
Okay,
50,
what up, Dylan?
those 50
I like it.
I like
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Feeling really good.
I like it. I think it's possible. Or I think. I do think it just comes to getting to Matt Stafford on defense, and I feel confident that we turn around. I mean, it wasn't like our offense was bad, but you just can't. That second quarter was brutal.
No, you can't.
And you can't have that.
You can't have that second quarter in general. You can't be outscored 21-0 and expect to win a quarter
after starting off 10-0.
Exactly.
Like push that. You're 10-0, make it 40-0. I don't care.
But I didn't get a chance really to say my full point when it came to the Hawkinson stuff because we were sped up by the Skol Gauntlet, which is a good way to do it. So two players in 1 30-second interval is tough to do. But with TJ Hawkinson, the one thing I do think is I get it. They're trying, and I guess, as they're saying, it's not really up to O'Connell or TJ Hawkinson. It's Kevin O'Connell has always gone to the medical staff for the final opinion. They obviously felt like they always felt like one more week would be good. Again, they opened up the practice window perfectly to where there is still, because he doesn't have to be activated till tomorrow. And as Schefter said, he will be activated tomorrow and most likely play against the Colts. But also I thought, why not get him in there? Why not put him out for about two plays, like 5 to 8, maybe 10 plays, see how his knee reacts over the next 10 days, and then go from there instead of putting him fresh out on the field in 10 days from now.
Yeah,
it is what it is at the end of the day. I still think we'll be fine without him, but yeah, it would have been nice to have him out there. Does Tunyon play tonight? He's active.
Big Rail, appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely, man. I don't think he does. I think they put him out there for some blocking snaps last week.
Yeah.
I
don't get why we're not getting
I would rather see Josh Oliver. Josh Oliver has been pretty much non-existent since
after scoring that touchdown.
Yeah,
he scored that touchdown. We haven't seen much of him, and it's like it's desperately, because even Munt, I mean, he's the last couple of games, there's been some pretty bad drop passes by him, and he still has had some of his big first downs, I guess, but it's just obvious. Like Johnny Munt is your receiving tight end. Like your number one receiving tight end just does not feel good. And Tunyon was at least, I mean, he was kind of, I would say he was kind of in that role for the Packers, but like a better version of that. So I'm surprised we haven't really seen much of him. Josh Oliver was supposed to be sneaky as a receiving tight end. Maybe we should do set some more things up for him. I don't know. We just need TJ Hawkinson back, but hopefully, and it feels like I think we can all be pretty damn confident that TJ Hawkinson is playing next Sunday night against the Colts. So we'll probably see him back next week, but we need to get that W this week. I don't want to be like, hey, we lost this week, but it's like, oh, we get TJ Hawkinson back. No, we just need to like whoop some ass and then be like, damn, and we get TJ Hawkinson back. So that's what I'm hoping for
sure. But I think it's no solid tight end. They're Kobe Parkinson for them. He's not that great of a tight end either. We still have Justin Jefferson. So
and Jordan Addison
involved early, we'll be fine.
Yeah. I think the thing I'm nervous about, I think the reason, like Puka and Kupp, those are just like the type of wide receivers we suck against. Are those route running?
Yeah.
Great route running in the middle type of like just like Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like
because we don't have
possession receivers.
Right, we don't have the corners to go against that type, right? Because I mean, Gilly's old. You got Griffin, who's solid, but he's getting up there in age as well. And you got Murphy, who outside of a couple of plays has been pretty bad. So like we don't have those guys we don't have like those quick corners that can keep with receivers like that can make those quick cuts in their routes. Like we don't have like those really like instinctual athletic corners at this point where these guys are at in their careers. Again, solid, yes, but I think you got a good point there.
Yeah. I mean, and we just need Ivan Pace Jr. at least for a little bit. I mean, what was his 40 again? He ran like a 5. Did he run a 4.5 or something like that? I thought he had a pretty Ivan Pace Jr. I thought he had a pretty wild 40 time. I thought maybe not. But yeah, that's what I'm worried about. And that's something with Brian Flores' defense in general, is I think if there is a place to exploit on it, sometimes it kind of is that middle of the defense, because he's either dropping guys or he's bringing guys a lot of the time. So that's something to watch. So I do. That's like the one thing that makes me nervous about both Puka and Kupp, though, is I'm like, those are like the receivers that kind of get us. So, but hey, it doesn't even matter because our offense is going to be playing crazy and Stafford's not going to have enough time to get rid of the ball. So 4.62. Okay. Not that great. I mean, not as great as I was hoping for. Not like Dallas Turner, who runs a 4.4, even though hopefully maybe we get to see some of him tonight. Obviously, I know that's one thing that is kind of a disappointing. Not, you can say what it is about him, and he can't get on the field because of all the edge rushers and things like that. But him having 7, obviously, we would hope he'd have more than 7 total snaps on defense last week. Though Brian Flores is like, he's going to be a beast for us. So I think we're all just still hoping to see Dallas Turner get a little bit more play time. And I would love to see, actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's call it. He's going to get a sack tonight.
Dallas okay, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about Dallas.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried. But I wanted him to be a defensive rookie of the year.
People have Lewisian syndrome. He's going to be all right.
Facts. I think if our offense literally just doesn't get a lot of penalties,
don't be dumb. Yeah, don't be dumb. Like I think Nick brought it up last week. My dad texted me about it too? How does your center have 2 penalties? How does your center false start 2 times?
He's like the one. That's his whole half his job is to remember when to snap the ball.
You are literally
that's like the whole half.
Yeah, you should know. It's ridiculous. But
no, we'll get there. Anyways, again, everybody, we're gonna give this away in a little bit. We're gonna, since we didn't do the underdog stuff, the draft thing, the last week or whatever, but I want to do one this week since it is the Vikings. Hopefully I just don't pick, the quarterback of the other squad.
Yeah,
and obviously, of course, we'd never be too biased here because I'm not biased ever when it comes to the Vikings. Let's see here. We'll do $5. Why not? Here, let me get rid of this banner. We'll see how we do. And then after this, we'll get rid of these cards and all that good stuff. Let me get a better view here. Oh, there we go. Skol. Yep, get him in. Oh, we're already in this. Second pick.
Oh, boy.
Don't pick. We got to get JJ.
Come on. I think they take him.
Darren, this ain't you, bro. Is it? You going to pick Will Reichard?
Are they going to freaking like auto draft this thing, or is it even started yet?
Hasn't started. We got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay. If they pick, why can't we never get the first pick? Come on. I mean, they're going to pick Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson's literally picked first every single time. I'm not picking none of these bums.
I'm thinking I think Aaron Jones would be a good pick. Maybe Darnold, maybe Sammy.
Come on, be a Rams fan, please. Be a Rams fan.
Be a Rams fan. Please take Kyron Williams. I mean, or trust Puka a lot, I guess. Let's see what they do. I swear to God, if they just auto draft this. Oh, they took Kyron Williams. It's a Rams fan, baby.
Let's go. Huh? Who should we pick?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. Maybe the guy that's going to get 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Oh, yeah, I think that's a good pick.
Let's draft him so we don't automatically. I guess he's top of the board, so we'd get him.
Let's go. We got Justin Jefferson tonight.
We get a Rams fan. Let's go. If we can, which I don't think we will.
Pick Darnold.
Ooh, if Jones makes it past this guy, I say go Aaron Jones.
They picked both pick quarterbacks. Wait. Oh, Aaron Jones.
I say go Aaron Jones. I think he's gonna have a big game.
Oh yeah. No bias.
Little Viking stack, maybe.
No bias. Little Viking stack. This is gonna be a nice Viking stack.
So is this one where you have to pick one each position?
Good.
Or is this like where you just pick a certain amount of players?
I think you just pick a certain amount of players.
Well, obviously, you can't pick one of each position. There's 2 quarterbacks.
Picking a quarterback wouldn't have been bad, but we got to go JJ all day. JJ and Aaron Jones. People are scared of Puka.
Will Reichard.
Oh, they picked Addison.
Boy, what do we do now? What do we do now?
I mean, this is obvious. This is automatic points.
Did you just take Will? Are we taking Will Reichard?
I think we might have to.
I mean,
I'm not
no Rams. Come on now.
Yeah, I ain't being biased here. Nothing. I just think you got to go with Will Reichard here. Which, yeah, you just got. It is what it is. Yeah. We're picking the best players available.
If we have to, I don't know what do we do.
At Puka.
We're probably gonna have to take a Ram at some point.
Is there something we don't? Where's the an hour ago? So this is active Thursday night. No commits the entire blah 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 blah. And while he was able to suit up week 1 to try, okay. Can someone give me an update on Puka right now?
No, but people are steering clear.
I mean, he's gonna. I mean, if there's one Rams I have to take, but even like he's not gonna do good, but he's still gonna do better than all these other guys. Besides maybe Jalen Naylor and maybe Ty Chandler.
Yeah, let's grab him. Let's grab him. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, we gotta get Puka here.
Why not?
But that's good news. That means everybody thinks he's gonna suck or not play. So I think if us picking him means that he probably won't play then. Hopefully.
I mean, I think we already have the 2 highest point scorers in this game with Jefferson.
We're winning this. And Will Reichard.
I mean, outside of Puka, we could have kept it Minnesota and taken Tyler Johnson, but obviously with both these guys back, he's going to be pushed down that depth chart a little bit, but it is what it is.
All right. What's our... All right, 40. I don't know, 49. That's automatic dub. Let's go. It's just a disguise. Yeah, I'm hoping so. But hey, maybe he'll get 1 catch or something. That's probably going to be it.
Yeah. And if we took him and that's what made him be bad, we'll take it every time.
Facts. He's in 100%. Yeah, I'm so surprised they're even doing it. It probably is some shit like that.
Well, I think that they
Did you do that on you went over on Puka tonight? That's ballsy.
I think they're playing him because I think this is their last opportunity to, like, if things go poor this year, they're going to be sellers, or if things go poor this game, they're going to be sellers. So I think if he feels good enough to play, I think they want to get him out there to ensure that they're going to have their best team available. And if they lose, then like I said,
that's a Super Bowl vibe. Hey, we officially called a sack by Turner on here, so yeah, it's happening. Hey, Barber. My guy, let's go. Jones 1, Grenard 2, AVG 1, random, not D-line 1.
He did correct himself, AVG 2. So
AVG.
2, 3, 5, 6 sacks.
Well, that other guy, no, the Dallas Turner's getting 1 too. Damn, shouldn't have picked that. I was looking at him, underdog, unfortunately. Yeah. I was looking at him, but I wasn't. Hey, can't pick. That's the only problem. Like, I have to stay clear of Viking games because I'm not biased, but I'm also like super biased.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if you guys do want to play underdog and you don't have it quite yet, download the app, sign up using code GG Sports to get. I believe it's 50% below. 50% up to $2,000 using that code on your first deposit. So make sure to do that if you haven't already. If you want to get in on some of the fun.
Yeah, definitely. Anyways, let's give away this card. We got, a little bit longer than expected, but get that hashtag Skol for Jordan Addison rookie card mosaic. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff. Y'all already know, but get those in and then we'll do that quick. And then, I know the boy Vocal Vike, he's going live for the entire game. I believe I haven't talked to him about it, but it looks like that's how it's going to be. So all of y'all definitely go tap into that after this. I'll be hopping in and out of that also because it's like we got the Vikings and we got the Timberwolves tonight. So hopefully I'm going to have like 2 screens up. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night. And we're going to get dubs in both of them. All right. Let me bring this thing up here.
We'll play a freaking 9 again.
10 for me.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Which it doesn't even matter because we're going to be up anyways.
That's true. Are we duck racing or are we just?
Yeah, we'll duck race. We'll duck race. Screw it. I was debating on it, but we'll do it. Why not? Get those hashtag Skols in, like the video and subscribe. Can't gamble in Minnesota. I swear Minnesota has. I know people who use underdog in Minnesota. Yeah, the Wild haven't lost yet.
Well, technically, regulation.
Well, they haven't lost a regulation game yet.
They have not had a game without getting a point. It's a big thing. I don't know a lot about hockey, but I do know that.
Let's see. All right, let's get this going. 3, 2, 1. Got to be here to make it to the duck race, y'all. Already or if you super chatted, then I don't care if you're here. I don't care nothing. If you super chat, big Raylan in.
Big Raylan, and he did super chat. So big Raylan is in.
So he's in no matter what. But I know he ain't leaving us yet. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, he's gonna be here still too. So we're good there.
All right, so let's keep it rolling then. The heck is it? Who do you got next?
Bandito, are you still here? He commented about 0 minutes ago, so he should still be here.
What the heck is going on with my duck race thing? Is being weird. Online.
Bandito is here. We are good there.
Let's go. Keep it going. Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
And we've got boom, Bob Sweet. Bob, are you still here?
He commented a minute ago, so I'm sure he is still here as well. He commented 0 minutes ago, so I'm sure he hasn't said here yet, but I would you could toss him in there. I assume he's still.
Sweet. And then who else am I missing? Big Rail and Swede.
And then Bandito.
Bandito, yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's keep it going. We got next. It is boom, Nick Riley.
Are you still here?
He's messaged within a minute ago. Keep it going, Nick. Let us know. W. I saw the W. Let's keep it going. Mark, I'm feeling it for Mark. I know I need Mark. Who hasn't won one before? I know Mark hasn't won yet. Boom. Gary,
of course.
I don't know.
How could Gary not make it?
Gary won everything, probably. Let's go. All right.
So that is our 5 names. Viking Gaming 35-7. I assume you mean Vikings. I like it. Domination, man. Gotta have it.
It's gotta be.
I'm a medium, and the Vikings will have 6 sacks.
I'm a medium. Facts. Let's go, dude. I'm feeling it. If we get 6 sacks tonight, this is gonna be an ass whooping.
Shuffle. Okay, we're shuffling 6 times for 6 sacks and 6 wins.
Gary, you're here. All right, six sacks
and 6 wins after.
And tonight. We win by 6 touchdowns for 6 wins.
I like
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Oh,
hey, there's a Viking dog. We got a Viking dog, Bandito.
Roll with it. Let's roll with it. Let's roll.
Let's see what happens.
The Skol dog. We're okay.
The Skol dog.
There's 2 ducks that are different.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm watching that Viking duck like a hawk. I didn't even know there's Viking ducks in here.
Me neither.
Swedes in the lead at the beginning. Just so everybody know, last show, Barber started off in the lead and ended up winning. So it does happen.
It does happen.
It does happen.
Who knows? I think
that's a good. I mean, what's the chances we pick 6 and it lands with the Viking guy? That's good.
Hey, how about no? What's going on, man? Thanks for dropping in.
How about no, my guy? Bandito's hitting the back. Nick is in the lead right now. Uh-oh.
No.
Who's that at the bottom here? Big Raylin.
Oh, boy.
Big Raylin's popping off.
Big Raylin's
Gary's popping off. Bandito's popping off. Big Raylin is taking it, though. Big Raylin on fire lately. He's been a duck master.
Big Raylin.
A duck master.
Love it.
There it is. Let's go.
That is a huge W.
Hey, my dude, let's go. But I guess anybody else have any last thoughts on this game? George Blunt, FT Maddie, Skol Mafia, Mark Phil, Skol Mafia again, Too Evil, and Big Railing Dad. We appreciate you all for the super chats today. That's huge for us. But hey, what's going on, Insider Productions in the building? Thanks for popping in, dude. So I guess just like last thing is obviously I thought I was coming into this game thinking it was going to be an easy one for us. The first like actual real easy game since I guess the Giants, even though the Giants aren't as bad as everybody thought they were. Right. I think with Puka and Cup, if Puka doesn't play much and he uses decoy, that's going to be a big difference. But overall, get to the quarterback on defense. Just get to the quarterback, priority number 1. And then on offense, just know if you do not have those penalties, I think we're in a good place. And then get Justin Jefferson the ball often and early in this game instead of waiting into the second half to get the offense running that way. So
be aggressive, go for the win. Like, you came off a week where you weren't aggressive enough at times, and you ended up losing a really tightly contested game at home to a division rival. Have a little something in your gut here. Kevin O'Connell's going back to the last stop he was before he got the head coaching job. Go home, go to LA, show Sean McVay who the better coach is, dominate that team, get out of there with the W, get a nice little 10-day break before your next Sunday night game against the Colts, where the schedule really feels like it takes that downwards dip into a couple easier games. So get in, get out with the W, and we'll talk to you guys about, we'll be on Bleacher Report immediately after the game tonight, and we will be talking about it on Monday of next week on our post-game stream. Make sure
we'll be a little bit late for that one.
One more time, sorry?
I just said we'll be a little bit late on that one, but
probably. Yeah,
it's going to be an easy.
But anyway, thank you guys, everybody who super chatted. As Jamie said, thank you so much. If you didn't, we obviously appreciate you guys being here anyway. And we'll see you guys on GG Sports Podcast next Monday with the 6-1 Minnesota Vikings squad.
Facts.